Welcome back, guys. This is the TightWad, and today I'm showing you how to plant some plants in hard dirt right near a roadway, but I'm going to provide a hedge to continue on my pretty cryptomeria that I planted about 5 or 6 years ago. The purpose of a hedge is to fill a spot where visibility is coming into your home. I took my shovel and my post hole diggers and put them about where I thought the plant should be. And then I came out to the road where a car would be driving by to make sure that that spacing was good and that it would fill my hole. So I do have some power lines here that I had to avoid, so I had to come farther up the hill than I wanted to. These are just the support wires for the main power lines coming through our neighborhood. You can see I already planted cryptomeria through this area, but you can't plant them within 15 feet of a power pole, or the power company will just come and cut them down. And they've done a great job of providing a barrier, but I still had this gap. So today we're planting variegated Elaeagnus in these two holes. I got this camellia for free last year, so I went ahead and stuck it in the ground, knowing that eventually I would have a backdrop to pop the color off of. When digging in hard compacted soil, if you don't have an auger, which is a motorized drill that drills down into the ground, you need a spade shovel. Notice it's got the rounded point, not the flat square point. The flat square point makes it hard to penetrate into the ground when you're digging. And you can also use post hole diggers. Post hole diggers give you a nice shoulder workout where the shovel lets you use your whole body. So if you have both, you can try both and see what you like. I tend to do most of my digging with the spade shovel though. These are the plants that I chose to fill my hole. This is a Southern Living variety, and it is called the Olive Martini Elaeagnus. You'll see that they take full sun. They get 10 to 15 feet wide and tall. And then typically on the back, you'll have some other features that you need to see. So one thing we're looking at is well-drained garden soil, and I'm planting by a road which usually has hard packed ground. They do grow fast and they need about medium water, and they're only pruned as needed. You don't need to prune them annually, and you also only fertilize once a year. So I wanted some low maintenance plants that I could plant and leave them and not worry about them again. So it tells us on the left side here to water before planting, plant in full sun, and this is close to full sun, not quite. Dig the hole 2 times the width of the pot, backfill, and plant 1 to 2 inches above soil level. A lot of people tend to cover up all the root ball, but you need to leave 1 or 2 inches above the soil level. Then add water and more soil if needed, and then mulch the plants. Since we're planting in a hard road bed, you can see I have really hard walls, so I dug this a little more than 2 times the size of the plant. What you want is enough room for the root ball to establish itself and start growing its feeler roots. Once it starts growing the feeler roots, they'll penetrate this really hard soil on the sides, but you wanted to give them a head start. So I've got the bottom with a little bit of loose natural soil. Here's my other soil. You can see all the rocks in it. So the first thing I did was I purchased some soil conditioner. Soil conditioner is a little bit of dirt mixed in with compost, mixed in with leaves, mixed in with mulch. The purpose of soil conditioner is to leave little pockets in the soil for water and for room for the roots to grow. So this dirt will pack down hard again, and this dirt will keep it from doing so, because as this stuff decomposes, it'll have room for root growth. I'm also going to add in some miracle-gro garden soil. This is for in-ground use. Make sure you don't get the kind that's for raised beds. And I'm gonna put about half of this in each hole as well. So the process we're gonna follow today is half natural soil. You never wanna plant it without the natural soil, because you don't want the plant to go in shock when it leaves the prepared soil and goes into the natural soil. So we're gonna do half natural soil, and then 1 part conditioner, so half conditioner, and then mix in some of this garden soil as well around the root ball of the plant. So I removed the root ball from the plant container, and you can see I've already added some of my natural soil and some of my soil conditioner into the bottom to bring the level of the hole up to where I want to plant. You can see I'm 1 to 2 inches above the natural soil level here, and that's right where I want to be. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands to loosen up this root ball. So just get my fingers in there and work it loose so that some of the roots get a head start spreading out. You can see the root ball has been loosened now, and some of the roots are sticking out into the loose dirt around it, and that's good. The next thing you want to do is find the presentation side of your plant. The early growth of a non-pruning plant typically indicates the side that's going to be the prettiest. And I have my widest side here with the most foliage. So I'm going to face that towards the road. I went ahead and mixed in some of my miracle-gro soil. And now I'm going to start adding in equal parts of my natural soil, my soil conditioner, and mixing in a little bit of the Miracle-Gro to fill up the hole to even with the other ground level. You don't want to mound this type of plants. Before adding mulch, you need to make sure that you water your plants deeply. I put about 2 gallons of water around each plant. So I watered them nice and deep, and then next I'll come around and add mulch around the base of the plant. In the South, many people prefer pine straw as mulch, but right now I'm using some pine bark mulch because I don't have any fresh pine straw, and this will help protect from direct sunlight hitting the root ball. It helps prevent weeds, and it also provides a moisture barrier because the pine actually soaks in some moisture so that the roots can drink from it. So I'm going to add 2 or 3 inches of mulch around the base of each plant. So I'm done planting, and you see that it fills the windows nicely on the back of the house. Eventually we'll have one nice long hedge of cryptomeria into the Elaeagnus and then to a natural tree line. I did my planting near the end of February, so the roots will have a little bit of time without too cold of temperatures to establish themselves before the growth starts in the spring. I don't really have to worry about keeping them watered because we've had such a rainy winter here. The ground was already wet, and it'll continue to rain to keep these watered, but I will keep an eye on them. We're going to check back in this fall so that you can see the growth. I'll make sure I post a follow-up video in about September or October, so be sure to check back. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to learn more about landscaping or home repairs, subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. Click any of the videos showing on the screen now and they'll open on your device. I hope you guys have a great day.